do cry very easily. I thought everyone was against him and he hadn't done anything and they shouldn't have given him that fucking warning.
No, that was the worst part, actually.
I just feel sorry for, like, the people, like his brother and his family and friends, and just everyone having to watch that, and just the damage that she's done. And they were pussyfooting around her on bots and everything until Emma's interview, which finally drew a line under it. But the way they sort of hedged their bets over it, it wasn't okay what they did. And I know they had to tread carefully, but that's someone's
livelihood.
It's not just their reputation; it's their whole fucking life, and it's just disgraceful. I don't know what I'm calling it. It's such a freak. But when he was crying in the pool, it was just really sad. It was just awful. And then Sally said, some people just want attention. Oh yeah, Ryan, she's ruining my reputation. Sally said, there's far worse people in here than you. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Dan, I think
she knows. Yeah.
So then Dan went back in to tell his little crew basically that Roxy was making it up. Hardeep said it's a little bit of poison spreading, a little bit.
Just a dash.
Yeah.
It's a cocktail.
I've put here. I've had a physical reaction to Roxy crying and playing the victim, which are words I never ever ever use. You'll never ever hear me say the words playing the victim. But
what do you mean physical reaction?
I was like angry, like
fuming.
shaking about it. I've put, this is turning everything I believe on my head, on its head, on my head. It's not good. I don't like having all my worldviews shaken. Stop that, big brother. And then Dan and Ben came over to talk to Ryan in the pool and basically said sorry to him, didn't they? When he was in the pool, they were cuddling him and saying sorry to him because Big Brother had told them
otherwise, basically, yeah.
And then Ryan said it's
difficult position for Ben to be in.
Yeah.
Really difficult. Sorry, I'm very itchy.
Ryan said it's heartbreaking for someone to set me up in that way. I've put R.I.P. Ryan's fake laugh. It's okay, it's back.
Oh god, yeah, it's definitely back. So yeah, what's interesting is like prior to this, I was done with Ryan. I found him really boring, really tedious, and then suddenly
I don't like him again now.
Okay, yeah, but then suddenly like everyone's by his side, and I still think like he is the legitimate winner of this series because
he does deserve to. Even now, he does.
He falls into the Shilpa Shetty category of Big Brother winner.
Yeah,
which is the deserving winner. So normally
he's literally been on a journey.
Exactly. Normally, I'm looking for the entertaining winner, so that's like my Brian Dowlings, my Kate Lawlers, entertain me throughout the show. I know you don't like Kate, but I did. And then you've got your journey and housemates like your Nadias, and Brian was a bit of a journeyer actually. Maybe your Pete's. I don't know if Pete is a journeyer. And then you've got your like deserving winners because of something they've been through in the house, like Shilpa and Ryan. And I suppose Courtney's a deserving winner, but that's for her more services to public enlightenment. So yeah, he's kind of in the category of I've earned it because I've been through shit in the house.
Yeah, he's been through the mill.
And then you've got your didn't fucking deserve whatsoever. It's like your Jim, Denise Welch,
Ulrika Johnson, Colleen Nolan.
I liked Ulrika back in the day. I don't know why.
What? Get off. So then Dan told Ryan she was scared to sleep in the same room as you. Because Ryan thought that was...
This was the moment where I broke.
Was it?
Yeah, that's when I started...
Can you cry now?
No, I can't cry now because I'm over it. But
I thought I was over it and then there you go.
But the moment where you saw it sink into Ryan that she'd voiced fear of sleeping in the same room as him was the moment where he... Because they were in the bedroom. I remember it was in the bedroom. And he almost looked like he needed to run to the exit. Like he just didn't know what to do with himself. And I felt like he felt so powerless in that moment. Like, Christ knows what's going on the outside. And I just really felt his fear. It was pure fear within him of like, fucking hell, what has this woman done to me? And then that's when I cried. Because I really felt the fear for real. I could see it in him and I could feel it.
And as a woman, and I don't like saying those words... I can't imagine how it would feel to be a man accused of hitting a woman, but I can imagine that's very shameful to be accused of such a thing, because it's just horrendous. So to be falsely accused of that, and she used the word assault, wife beater, abuse, just
manipulative,
Just I thought I was over it, but I'm not. And then Sally said, "This is like crying rape."
Did she?
Yeah, which is what I'd said a few minutes earlier, and I was like, "Shit, Sally said it." Then this was when Ryan went to the diary room and was crying.
I've done nothing wrong with brother.
Yeah,
right?
I put take back that warning, big brother. And then I think the penny started to drop with Roxy here. That
she started to realise she was coming undone.
She was fucked. And then she started to backtrack. Did you notice?
Did she?
Oh, big time. She was like, oh, I don't want this atmosphere in the house, blah, blah, blah. What, this atmosphere that you fucking solely...
Oh, that's when they had their makeup?
Solely created.
Or we missed that?
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, we've done that. And then Ryan was still saying sorry, going sorry in the diary room. I've put, stop saying sorry. And he said, but I will not walk. I was like, yes. Kirsty said to Roxy, this is interesting, do you believe he meant to hurt you? Roxy
said in that moment. Was it in that moment?
Maybe. And Roxy said it hurt, which is fair enough. If it hurt, it hurt. Although, did it?
Yeah.
But do you believe he meant to hurt you was a good question.
Yeah.
And Dan said, do you honestly... Oh, hold on. Roxy said it hurt, and Kirsty said those are two different things, correct?
Yes, Kirsty.
Yeah.
Come through. You've arrived.
And then Dan said, do you honestly believe he did that? It's a career-ending move. And Roxy said, I felt fists going into my ribs. And then Ben said to Gabby, you're one hell of a woman. What?
Yeah, Ben did.
Ben moved on.
Ben did turn his sights to Gabby very quickly.
Fists going into her ribs.
Can I say...
she's very small and skinny, but...
I read an article from Judy James. I know you don't feel much about Judy James, but she's been writing some interesting stuff about what's going on in the house. And
what publication is she writing at? Yeah?
I think it was The Sun.
Right.
And there was an article there about whether Roxanne may be hypersensitive at the moment because of she'd just come out of that car crash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's all right to accuse someone of punching.
Not that it's all right, but like there may be a psychological reasoning behind this. Which is again raises the point: should she be in Big Brother this soon after having suffered that car crash?
Like 2 weeks ago,
exactly, it was only very recent. And also, why is she driving a box car anyway? That's what she does for fun.
What the fuck is a box car?
One of those racing things, yeah.
They've got these funny little box cars in Amsterdam, like a little smaller than a smart car. Have you seen them? They can go down the cycle lane.
Yeah,
really weird.
Really common as well.
Yeah, really strange.
A cartoon, isn't it?
I'd like a car like that. Can you imagine me in that?
It's a one-person car, right?
No, 2.
Is it for 2?
Yeah, it's tiny though. I like those. So then, hold on. This was when Nick said to her, "You need to do the right thing, but is it too late? Tell the truth." How it's
to Roxanne.
Yeah, that was so powerful.
Yes, Nick.
When he said, "Tell the truth,"
and she said,
and she went, "I've told the truth." And Nick said, "Is it being investigated?" And Sally said, "By the police." And then Ryan walked out the diary room door at that exact moment. It was so awkward. And then Ryan apologised to her again, said he was heartbroken. This was when Roxy started to backtrack. She went, "I'm not questioning your integrity. I just felt shocked." This is the bit they showed yesterday. I don't want this to be our ending. And then they had a little handshake because, let's face it, Ryan ain't touching that bitch ever again. Have you ever seen a handshake in the Big Brother house?
In the living room?
In the parlour thingy.
Is it the parlour?
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Also, they've got some good areas in that house for these things to play out this year.
Yeah, it's good the way it's all sort of separate, isn't it?
Compartmental, yeah.
Then we had the eviction all over again. And then they showed the only bit that was different.
They
from
showed
the eviction.
Ryan reacting to the chants, right? That's what I needed.
It. Just before that, we had Hardeep went to Roxanne. You think you might focus at a time like this?
Oh, because she's like, is it vote to save or vote to evict? Oh,
and
what a bitch.
And then Hardeep went, you always manage to make things
it about
you.
And she said, you're making it about you.
That's so good. Then I've put, why did they let them out of the boo chamber? We know why. Because they were all in the... They were all... Anyway, I've said it already. In that living room, they can't hear the boos. In the main room, they can hear the boos. I'm just saying, it's no fucking coincidence that they put her in that room tonight. That night. So then Ben went, Roxy went, how will I do this without you? Apparently,
again, it's about you,
apparently
Roxanne.
You won't. Yeah. Get Roxy out. Get Roxy out. And Ryan, his eyes went like...
crying to...
Honestly, when he heard it,
that's a gift.
When they were at the stairs,
that should be a gift.
That
George.
should have been a gift, George. Ryan's eyes went like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Action man.
Yeah, proper crab eyes. And then Roxy sort of went like a fake smile. Do you know what I mean? She heard it and sort of did like a fake smile.
I want to watch that again.
Honestly, it was good. And then Ryan went to the window and he went, I needed that. And I thought,
I think Kirsty comforted him.
That's quite brave to
admit you needed to hear Chance against somebody.
I thought that was interesting. And then Sally went, they know.
Oh, Sally?
Yeah, Sally went, they know. They all know. That was quite like, wasn't it? It was quite moving. And then Sally said, everyone's on your side. I've put it so dramatic. And then Sally said, how do you think she feels? And Ryan said, like I've been feeling.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting choked up again, you weirdo.
I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. Because it's so... Because it's so nice to have, like, actually a redemption story in Big Brother. I'm so used to Big Brother US.
Lowest common denominator.
And Big Brother US, like... You don't get the outcome you deserve, and bad things happen, and there's no karma, and there's no... I don't believe in karma, but there's just your favourites go out and it's like, oh, bye. Over here, like, this story wrapped up as it should have wrapped up, and that night when Ryan got accused and you were like, what? This is disgusting, and everyone was like, wow, on Twitter, and then it was like 2 days later, bang, it had turned back around.
And it's the weight of it. It's the weight of the fact it's somebody's lives on the line. This is not somebody's game on the line.
No.
Which is, US is all about your game mostly. This is somebody's actual livelihood.
Yeah.
And this show can ruin you. We've seen it.
Yeah. Look at Jay Goody. So then Hardeep in the diary room said he voted to evict Ben to save him from Roxy.
Interesting.
I would love to know if Ben and Roxy have spoken since they've been out of the house.
Yeah, me too.
That would be interesting.
That would be.
Kirsty was crying about Ben going. And then Nick said, the situation in this house has changed forever. That's deep. Nick and Hardeep we're talking about Roxanne like she's a witch. Oh, yeah, and then Sally was going something about blah, blah, blah about the vote. And then Roxy came over and she said, oh, I love the chance that I got tonight.
She said that?
Yeah. And then Sally said, well, you're going to get that because of what they've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Sally got a read on her. That was good.
How many times in Big Brother before with someone who have never said that? And you just wishing for someone to say that?
Yeah.
And Sally just come out and said it?
Oh, my God. Now I'm wondering, who do you want to keep tonight? It's hard. I voted to save Hardeep.
It's Hardeep. No, I want Hardeep to stay over Sally. Yeah. Sally lies to people about dead people. That's not cool. It's not. So Sally goes, well, you're going to get that because of what they're saying. And Roxy went, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then Sally said, oh, because you're always around... No, someone said because you're always around Ben. And then Sally said it's a mixture of everything. And Jermaine was sat in the middle of them like a spare part. Sally said, oh, I didn't like this though. Yeah. Vote Hardy. No one's going to hear this before. Sally said, if one of the men hit me, I would have left. That's what Sally said to Roxanne.
Oh, but I can understand.
But
you'd expect them to be removed.
Yeah.
But what she's saying is, had she felt so fearful of Ryan, she would have removed herself from the situation, which makes perfect sense.
No, that does not make sense.
No, it does, because if Big Brother are not willing to remove the person that hit you, you'd be Big
Brother would always remove the person.
They would. But what she's saying is, in the situation where a person who's hit you's remained in the house, if you're so fearful, you take yourself away from it. That's what Sally's saying in that.
That's not true though, because if you extend that situation to a wider domestic violence context, people get hit and they do stay.
Yeah, but that is a whole different context.
It is, but it's still victim blaming in my opinion, even though there was no victim. It shouldn't. It's not Roxanne's responsibility to get up and leave if she's been hit. It's Big Brother's responsibility to remove.
Yeah, but has Big Brother not removed them? Sally's saying like if there's a legitimate fear, she's poo-pooing Roxanne's fear. Like, you know, if you feel you're in danger, you remove yourself because that's a human instinct. Okay,
what do you think about that, listeners? It doesn't matter anymore anyway. So Roxanne's act isn't working anymore. Roxanne came to the diary room. I'm surprised it took this long. She said, I don't know what I've done. Ben's gone and people booed him.
No, they didn't,
bitch.
You.
They booed you. And she said, I heard the chants. The majority of the people in this house don't want to sit near me. I wonder